Hello YouTube, it's Dysphonic here and I'm back again with another video. I'm very excited to be shooting this video today because I haven't posted a video in like more than 6 months. So I'm very excited to be finally back, and I promise there are more dope tutorials that are going to be dropping soon. So please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Also leave some comments, let me know what you guys think about the video. And also I have fire sample packs available for you that are compatible with any DAW software. So if you need deep house sample packs, Amapiano sample packs, Afro house sample packs, any of those, they're available down on the description. I've left a link, so they're compatible with any DAW, your FL Studio, Ableton Live, Logic, Reason, any of that. So if you want fire sample packs, just go down on the description. I've left a link. Otherwise, in today's video, I want to go through a beat that I've recently made. I can say it's a deep house song that I recently made, and the hopes are that you guys are going to learn a few tricks or techniques that I usually apply when making these fire deep house beats. So I hope you guys learn from this video. Before I show you how I achieved this beat, it does make sense for me to first play it for you so that you get the idea of the song, where it's coming from and where it's going, so that I can then break it down for you. So let's just play a small section of the song that's gonna have pretty much everything that you guys need to to listen to understand the song. So I'm just gonna loop it here. I'm gonna loop it there, and then I'm gonna press play. So that is the summary of the beat. We're gonna dive right into it, and I'll show you guys how I achieved this beat, right? So first thing first, the drum kit, right? If you listen carefully to this drum kit, there isn't really anything extraordinary done to it, but it stands out, right? And the reason it stands out is two reasons actually. You need to use a quality sample pack so that you don't really have to worry a lot about mixing and mastering to make it sound punchy and powerful, right? So if you use a quality sample pack, most of these sounds are organic. They are already processed, post-processing has been done, and they already effects have been applied on them, and a bit of pre-mastering has been done to them. So you won't really have to worry a lot about, applying EQs and effects and reverbs onto them and stuff. So that's if you use a quality sample pack. And lucky you, I have you covered. I have quality sample packs available, and the link is down under the description. In this case, it's Deep House. Yes, there is a Deep House sample pack that I have available for you. Link under description. So just listen to the kicks that I used. So it's just a normal 4-step kick, and I used 2 kick sounds that I layered them together. The first one I used it, for its low frequencies, and the second one I used it for its high frequencies. Just a normal 4-step kick. And then if you can go to the rest of the drum kit, this is how it sounds. Now what stands out here is I think it's this percussion over here. Yeah, this one. This is what stands out on this pattern. So if you can go here, you'll see that I added a reverb. So a reverb is very important to add some tone and color to your percussions and your claps, right? And then the rest are just heads and shakers. All right, so that's the highlight of the drum kit. And then to wrap it up, I just used these shakers. Yeah, so that's that. So far this is what we have. A very punchy drum kit, right? Now to add on to that, I used some atmospheric sounds. I do have some of those on my Deep House sample pack. So if you do purchase that, you'll find that these are also included on it. So that's what I added. It's just an environment type of a busy environment or atmospheric sound together with this one. All right, just to give it that ambience at the background. So you just need to be careful with the levels and make it sound very low. And then so far this is how it will sound like. Just notice the difference. All right, and then with the background sounds. All right, so it just gives it that ambience. And then the next thing I then did was this is also part of the drum kit. It's just a shaker. Okay, and then I started off with chords, right? With chords. All right, now the main highlight that I can show you here with the chords is the strumming system. I don't know if I should call it a strumming system, but basically what you have is, let me just show you. If you layer up your chord to be like that and another to be like that, what you can do is press Alt and S to strum it, and then play around with your time, with your tension and your velocity, So what this does is it gives it a human feel, right? If I cancel here, you'll see that everything is too perfect. So it's too computerized. But then with a human being playing a piano, you don't press your keys at the same time with your fingers, and you don't press them with the same intensity and volume. Yeah, so intensity can be translated to volume for this case. So to give it that human feel, you'll have to strum your chords, press Alt plus A, to play around with the timing of them and the tension and the velocity as well. So that's the main highlight of the chords that I used. So I had to strum them, as you can see. All right, and then I had to layer up different plugins and presets. So what I usually like, to start off with is a piano from Purity, and I used this certain preset. I layered it up with this one over here again from the piano section on Purity, and another one on this plugin called Launch Lizard. And then I had to create and save a preset. Then I just called it Discourse, that's all. All right. So you can hear that delay in some notes. That's the effect of this drum. So, okay. And then what I then did is, because I didn't want it to just, come on all at once, so I just had to automate the volume. So instead of it playing like this, all right, everything is jumping all at once, the volume of the chords. So instead of that, I automated the volume for it to gradually increase. Alright, as you can hear, it's gradually increasing as I'm playing the beat. So that's what I did. And for those who don't know, but I'm assuming you guys know, because previous videos have showed. So to do that, what you do is you right click your knob, your volume knob, or whatever you want to automate, and then say create automation clip. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna add the automation clip over here, and then you play around with it. I'm sure you guys know about this. So the next thing I then did was to add more background sounds just to give it more ambience, right? So I used a Sakura plugin pre-installed on FL Studio, ATM for atmospheric sound, I guess. And then the preset I used is the More Heiken Sun FG, right? And then, yeah, I just plugged in my notes there and there according to the note that I was playing on, just to make sure that everything is in key, right? It shouldn't sound off key. What I then did was to add some plugged sounds. These are the plugged sounds I added, but instead of them just, the volume of them coming all at once, I had to automate them, as you can see here. So that's the power of automation, especially when you're doing your track arrangement. You want to automate your volume so that, at least certain elements need to, be introduced very well. So as you can see, I automated the volume. I also use the Hive plugin, and these are the notes. All right, so that's the pattern over there. And then this one is the melody. 10 and 11 are the melodies. This is how it sounds. All right, as you can hear, it has a lot of reverb. Track 11, there's no reverb added here. That's because there's reverb on the plugin itself, right? Yeah, so I think it should be here. Yeah. So that's the melody, and altogether this is how it sounds. All right, and then the next thing that stands out, or that makes the song to complete itself from this point before we get to the bass line, is the vocals, right? The vocals that I use. So let me just solo them. As you can hear, there's a lot of delay and reverb, and there was actually a lot of post-processing down to the vocals to make them sound crisp and very much clear. So if I can just play one clip. That's track 14. Let's go to track 14 and turn off all stuff that we used on the effects rack. So you can hear that there are a lot of low frequencies that are making it, a bit muddy. So what I then did was to apply an EQ and cut the low frequencies. Now, and then I added a delay, a reverb. So the limiter, I added it just to apply compression. So the reason why I do compression to vocals is you have a person speaking through the mic, recording the vocals. So sometimes you get too close to the mic and then you get, too behind the mic. So the volumes, always go up and down, right? But whilst mixing the vocals, you want a constant level. You don't want the levels going up and down. So to deal with that, you need to apply compression. What compression does is it brings out the high levels down to a certain threshold. Yeah, so that's what it does. And then by doing that, then everything will play at more or less the same level. So that's why I do compression. I do compression in 2 stages. The first compression, I do it here, and then another one, I do it on this second track over here. It's parallel compression. I'll do a separate video on that, explaining that. So if you can notice this, it sounds more like, I'm not sure if I'm using the right terminology, the tone or the pitch of it has changed. So this sounds like a male version of the vocal. And this one sounds like a baby version of the vocal, and the male version. So it's the same vocal. What has changed is I've tweaked this knob over here on that one, and then on this one it stays on 12 o'clock. I didn't tweak it at all, so it comes like this. And the reason why I had 3 clips is, one, I had to pan it a bit to the left, the other I panned it to the right, the other I panned it to the right as well. So yeah, you just have to play around with your vocal clips, chop them around, apply some reverb, apply some EQ. What you're gonna wanna do most of the time is cut your low frequencies, because you wanna reserve that space for your bassy sounds, your kicks, your bass sounds and stuff. Otherwise, I don't want to make this video too long, but I'll just do a separate video on vocal processing so that we go into detail with that. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you guys before we wrap up the video is the bass line. I'm just going to start the track from here. Now, the bass line has a bit of a motorbike effect to it, right? And as you know, if you've heard most of my songs, I do like that effect. So what I've done, I've played around a lot with the GMS, and then I ended up creating, some presets of my own. But the main preset that I'm using is bass for MC on the GMS. I layered it up with the bass 2, and then I layered it up with the funk TE, right? And then I pasted some notes, then I mixed it on track 19, 20, 21. So if you can check, what I did on almost all of them is I cut a bit of low frequencies because they had too many low frequencies. So let me just show you how one layer sounds like. It has that motorbike effect, but it does not have low frequencies on it. So it only has like high frequencies mostly. This one has low frequencies. So I had to layer them together. Just to make it unique. And then the third one, this is how it sounds alone. This one has that dominating roaring sound, you know. So it has a different characteristic than all of these layers that I was using. And then the last one, this is how it sounds. So this one is more like a high-toned sub. So if you can see, instead of it being on C4, I transposed it an octave upward. So from C4 to C5. And then playing everything simultaneously gives you this. And I like how the bass line sounds together with the melody. If I can just mute, solo that, and then play the melody. So that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the video. If you haven't subscribed, be part of the community. Help the channel grow by subscribing. Also, I have sample packs available for you. Links are under the description. I'll also leave it under the comment section as well. Otherwise, I'll catch you on my next video. Cheers.